Guys, thanks very much. I'm Colin. I serve as the CEO around here, which means I do bottle washing and everything, and negotiating and haggling. I'm really, really grateful for you to come along. We got some text saying people were stuck in traffic and the weather changed, so thank you so much for persevering and for being here, and you are so very welcome. Yes, so this is a Continuum Media Group exercise. The idea behind the Continuum Labs was what we wanted to do was break precedent and start an occasion like this by saying thank you. We wanted to invite our customers, we wanted to invite potential customers and friends of the companies within the group, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Just to say, you know what, come have a glass of wine, let's talk informally about some of the stuff that's going on. We'll put a VR mask on you and try and hang you off the edge of a building and intimidate you and so on. If you haven't tried VR, I'd highly recommend it. It's better than the real world sometimes. So just one thing for the evening as a little bit of housekeeping. There's a hashtag Continuum Labs. It would be fantastic if we could get tweeting and trending about that. Some of our speakers know a thing or two about Twitter. So as you'll find out a little bit later. I wanted to talk about one or two things very briefly. This also serves as the launch of the new Continuum logo, which is Exhibit A behind me. The idea behind Continuum, we named it Continuum because we want an ongoing relationship with all of our customers. And then we've been growing, we've been adapting with the market, and we thought it was time for a bit of a refresh. We're all starting to look a little bit stale, well, me. So the idea behind the new logo was we wanted something that was a hint of the traditional media, but solid, stable, supported, innovative, and leaning towards the future, and that's what the end result of this was. As we grew and as we adapted, we then grew into a group, so we're now the Continuum Media Group. There's 5 companies within that group. As we were extending, Continuum itself serves as kind of a digital strategy beachhead. So we didn't want to say we will build your website or we'll build you an app or things like that. We very specifically and deliberately wanted to say, let's think about this. Let's put the right people in front of you with the right experience to think long and hard about this. Yes, we'll get to the technical stuff. Yes, we'll get to the fulfillment, but let's just get this right. Let's measure twice, cut once. So Continuum, as part of the group, serves as the digital strategy beachhead, and every aspect within the group will serve to different aspects of fulfillment within that technical environment. So never standing still became a bit of a mantra for us. It wasn't just something we thought was important about who we were, but we felt that it was our duty to make sure we never stood still. A continuum, if you will. So even if you go to neverstandingstill.com, fully enough, that's about us too. So within the group, we have 5 companies. We have BXP, they're all here tonight. The majority of the companies are represented tonight, not all the staff. BXP do call center management, e-learning, a lot of technical integration and CRM software. They do it fantastically. Continuum, they do a few things okay as well. We've got Tralabyrinth, who are animation. They work with apps, they work with movies, they work with everything. They're mostly focused in the States, and they're not here today, although they will be tweeting and periscoping. We have Tribe here as well, who serve as a PHP specialist development house, another web agency, and also apps development and support too. And then we have Applaud. Applaud is our kind of investment and VR research vehicle. It's the least commercial stuff that we do, but it's the greatest amount of fun. If you saw people bumping into glass over there with Oculus helmets on, that's usually Applaud. So I'm not going to take up any more time. I just wanted to again express my thanks, particularly to Morgan, Keith, and the team here. Normally you come to a bank and you ask them for a mortgage for a building or a loan, but I actually came and asked them for the building, and they very kindly agreed. So I'm really grateful for that. Our speakers, we have Colin, who's the head of digital strategy for Continuum, looking fabulous in blue. Everything we're wearing is for sale. Colin is going to be talking about, and some of us are actually for sale. Colin is going to be talking about doubling your growth, basically 2x growth, and how it isn't necessarily, if you're smart about it, twice the work. Then we have Nigel, one of our esteemed clients from Carphone Warehouse, the online manager for Carphone Warehouse. That project won very large awards in the last 12 months, including Best Customer Success Story in the world. So Nigel's going to talk about that project and how he thinks and his team think about the web, where they're going, how they're expanding, and what they're doing next. And then there's another speaker, Samantha Kelly, the tweeting goddess. Samantha is going to be talking about return on relationship in terms of Twitter, how to extend your brand out to the market, how to create relationships, as one of our peers would describe it as, how to look people in the eye digitally.